What if I told you that one of the most dangerous habits after 70 is something most people do every single day without ever thinking about it, and that changing it could dramatically lower your risk of a life-changing fall? Not a pill, not a walker, not a fancy pair of shoes, not a balance gadget you order online and forget about a week later. I am talking about the way you place your foot when you walk. One small adjustment to a movement you have repeated millions of times in your life, and yet for many adults over 70, that movement slowly changes without warning. It becomes shorter, flatter, more cautious, and far less stable. Most people never notice it until the day they trip, lose balance, and suddenly everything changes. I'm Dr. Patrick, and after years of working with older adults struggling with balance, weakness, and falls, I can tell you this with complete honesty. Many falls do not begin with bad luck. They begin with a walking pattern that has quietly become unsafe. I have seen it over and over again. Someone tells me, "Doctor, I was only walking to the bathroom," or "I was just crossing the living room," or "I wasn't doing anything risky." And that is exactly why this matters so much. They were not doing anything unusual. They were doing something ordinary in a way that had become dangerous. Today, I want to show you one simple walking change that can make your body more stable, more upright, and far less likely to catch the floor at the worst possible moment. And the best part is this: you can begin practicing it with your very next step. Before we get into it, if this kind of practical health advice helps you, make sure you subscribe and turn on the bell so you never miss another video. And if you enjoy this one, leave a 1 in the comments. If not, leave a 0 and tell me how I can do better. I read those comments and they help me make these videos more useful for you. Now, let's talk about what is usually going wrong. Picture someone walking down a hallway. Their steps are shorter than they used to be. Their feet barely clear the ground. Instead of lifting and placing the foot, they sort of slide it forward. Their body leans a little ahead of their hips. Their eyes stay fixed on the floor. Their arms hardly move. Everything about the walk looks careful, but underneath that caution is a hidden problem. The body is no longer walking with confidence, it is walking with fear, and fear changes movement. When people start to feel less steady, they often do what seems logical. They shorten the step, they keep the feet low to the ground, they try not to move too much. They think that by staying small and guarded, they are reducing risk. But in reality, that pattern often increases risk. When the foot stays too close to the floor, it only takes the smallest obstacle to cause a trip: a wrinkle in the rug, a doorway lip, a sidewalk crack, a stray shoe. Even the edge of a bath mat can be enough. And because the body is already pitched slightly forward, there is very little time to recover once the toe catches. The fall happens fast, faster than most people imagine. This is why so many falls seem to come out of nowhere. They are not random. They are often the result of a walking pattern that has slowly lost its natural mechanics. So here is the walking change I want you to make. Start every step by landing on your heel. That is it. Not flat-footed, not toe first, not with the whole foot slapping down at once. Heel first. A proper heel-first step gives your body something it desperately needs after 70, a smoother transfer of weight, better foot clearance, a longer and more stable stride, and a more upright posture. This is how healthy walking is designed to work. The heel touches down first, then the weight rolls through the middle of the foot, then the toes push off behind you to help the next step begin. It is a natural rolling pattern. And when that pattern is working well, walking becomes more efficient, more balanced, and much safer. But when that heel strike disappears, everything starts to break down. The foot lands flat, the step becomes short, the toes stop pushing off, the leg stops lifting properly, the body begins to shuffle instead of stride, and every one of those changes increases the chance of tripping. What makes this especially important is that many older adults do not stop using a proper heel strike because they are lazy. They stop using it because the muscles that support it have weakened, the confidence in balance has dropped, and the nervous system has become a little slower and a little less responsive. The good news is that your walking pattern can improve, even if it has been slipping in the wrong direction for years. And it begins with awareness. The next time you walk across your kitchen, down your hallway, or into your yard, pay attention to one thing only. Ask yourself, am I landing on my heel first? If the answer is no, that is your opportunity. Reach the foot slightly forward, not in a big, exaggerated way, just enough for the heel to make contact first. Then let the weight roll through the foot. Then let the toes press off behind you. And as you do it, lift the foot. Do not drag it. Pick it up, place it, and move through it. That one adjustment can create a chain reaction from the ground all the way up. Your step becomes more complete. Your foot clears the floor better. Your posture starts to rise. Your hips begin to work more normally. Your balance reactions improve. And perhaps most importantly, you stop moving like someone trying not to fall and start moving more like someone whose body remembers how to walk safely. Now, if you want this new walking pattern to feel natural instead of awkward, you need to train it. Not with exhausting workouts, not with anything complicated, just with a few simple movements that teach your brain and body to work together again. The first exercise is a slow heel-first walk. Stand in a hallway or along a counter where you can keep one hand nearby for safety if you need it. Then begin walking very slowly. With every step, focus on reaching the heel forward just enough to let it touch down first. Feel the heel connect, then let the weight move through the foot. Then push gently off the toes. Take 10 slow steps, turn carefully, and come back. Do that 3 times. The goal here is not speed. The goal is relearning. If you have been walking with a flat or shuffling pattern for a long time, your body needs repetition. Slow, deliberate repetition. The slower you go, the more clearly your brain can feel the difference between the old pattern and the safer one. The second exercise is a standing knee lift. Hold on to the back of a sturdy chair. Stand tall. Then lift one knee toward your chest as high as you comfortably can. Lower it with control. Then lift the other. Continue like this for 15 lifts on each side. Why does this matter? Because one reason people stop landing heel first is that they stop lifting the leg well enough to place the foot properly. The hip flexors weaken. The body starts conserving movement. The foot stays low. This exercise rebuilds the lifting part of walking, which is essential if you want to stop dragging your feet and start clearing the floor safely again. As you do it, do not lean backward. Keep the chest tall. Let the leg do the lifting. The slower and cleaner the movement, the more useful it becomes. The third exercise is a posture reset walk. Stand with your back near a wall for a moment. Let the back of your head, your upper back, and your hips gently feel that upright position. Then step away and walk forward while trying to keep that same tall posture. Eyes forward, chest open, shoulders relaxed, heel first with each step. This is important because poor walking after 70 is not just about the feet. It is also about where the body is stacked. When the head drops and the shoulders round forward, your center of gravity moves ahead of you. That makes recovery much harder if you trip. But when you walk taller, your body is in a much better position to react. Most people do not realize how much safer they feel just by getting out of that slight forward lean. The fourth exercise is a stride marker walk. Place 2 small pieces of tape on the floor, spaced at a comfortable distance apart. Not too far, just enough to encourage a fuller step than your usual one. Now walk and aim to let your heel land near or just past each marker. Again, not a giant step, just a more complete one. This teaches your body not to collapse into that tiny, cautious stride that often leads to shuffling. A slightly longer step, when done with control and a proper heel strike, can improve rhythm, balance, and momentum. It reminds the body how to move through space instead of creeping through it. The fifth exercise is the obstacle step over. Use something soft and safe like a rolled towel and place it on the floor. Stand a few feet away. Walk toward it slowly. Then lift one foot high enough to clear it and land heel first on the other side. Then bring the second foot through. Turn carefully and repeat several times. This exercise matters because real life is full of obstacles. You are not always walking on a perfect flat surface. Sometimes there is a rug edge, sometimes a cord, sometimes a doorstep, sometimes the dog left a toy where you did not expect it. Training your body to lift, clear, and place the foot with intention can make a huge difference in the real world. Now let me tell you something important. At first, this way of walking may feel strange. That does not mean it is wrong. It means your body has gotten used to a less efficient pattern. Many people have spent months or even years taking short, guarded, flat-footed steps. So when they begin to walk with a heel-first motion again, the change feels unfamiliar. But unfamiliar is not bad. In many cases, unfamiliar is the beginning of improvement. You do not need to master this in one day. You do not need perfect steps. You just need practice. 10 careful steps in the hallway count. Walking from the bedroom to the kitchen while thinking about heel first counts. Standing taller at the mailbox and lifting the feet instead of sliding them counts. Small moments done consistently are what retrain the nervous system, and that is something I really want you to understand. The body changes through repetition, not intensity, not force, repetition. A few minutes of correct walking every day can do more for your safety than an occasional burst of effort followed by a week of doing nothing. Your brain learns from what you repeat, your muscles strengthen through what you repeat, your balance improves through what you repeat. That is why this one walking change matters so much. It is not just a trick, it is a reset to a safer pattern. Now, I also need to give you a clear safety warning. If you have had a recent fall, a recent surgery, severe arthritis pain, dizziness, numbness in your feet, major balance problems, or any condition that affects your ability to walk safely, speak with your doctor or physical therapist before trying these exercises on your own. Always practice near a wall, countertop, or sturdy chair. Do not rush. Do not practice on slippery floors. Wear shoes with good grip or go barefoot only if the surface is safe and stable. And if you feel pain, lightheadedness, or anything that does not feel right, stop immediately. Safety always comes first, but if you can practice this safely, the potential benefits are enormous. Better foot clearance, better posture, better balance, better stride, more confidence walking inside your own home, more confidence walking outside, less fear every time you approach a staircase, a curb, a parking lot, or a bathroom floor. And that matters because the true danger of falling is not only the injury itself, it is what happens after, the fear, the hesitation, the loss of independence, the quiet shrinking of life. I have seen people stop going outside because they no longer trust their legs. I have seen people avoid family outings because they are afraid of uneven ground. I have seen people become prisoners in their own homes, not because they wanted to, but because one fall changed the way they viewed every step afterward. That is why I care so much about something as simple as how your heel touches the ground, because one correct step is not just a step, it is a message to your body. It says, I am lifting my feet, I am moving with intention, I am giving myself a better chance to stay upright, I am protecting my independence. And after 70, that is not a small thing, that is everything. So starting today, I want you to remember one phrase every time you walk. Heel first. Just those two words. Heel first when you leave the bedroom. Heel first when you walk to the sink. Heel first when you answer the door. Heel first when you go down the hallway. And if you stay with it, what feels awkward today can become automatic tomorrow. That is how safer walking begins. Not with fear, not with complicated advice, with one simple change, repeated often enough that your body starts trusting it again. I'd love to hear from you in the comments. Have you noticed yourself taking shorter steps lately, or catching your toe more than you used to? And how old are you today? Your comment may help someone else realize they are not alone. If this video helped you, leave a 1 in the comments. If not, leave a 0. And if you want more practical advice like this, subscribe to the channel and turn on the bell so you never miss another video. This is Dr. Patrick, and I want to remind you of something very important. Aging does not mean giving up. It means learning how to work with your body wisely, protect what matters, and keep moving with confidence for as long as possible. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.